The word law is one of those words everybody knows, yet they don't know what it means. Here's your armed citizen meme of the week. Screen cap it, crop it, and send it to everyone you know.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Before I get started with the content, I want you to know this is 100% human, 0% AI. I write my own scripts and I record my own videos. And while I got your attention, I'm going to ask what everyone else does. I'm going to ask that you like my video. I'm going to ask that you subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. And if you're feeling real generous, I have a buy me a coffee link. Toss a few coins my way so I can stay stocked in ammo. Let's get on with the content. There are too many people at the federal, state, and local government levels who work daily towards the goal of passing laws to protect us by eliminating the civilian ownership of firearms and gas stoves and sugary drinks and too many other things. But really, what are laws? You and I, as armed citizens, must be, by default, extra cognizant of all of the laws that we can run afoul of. Not only the laws of our home state where we live, also any state we might travel to while armed. Armed citizens are held to a higher standard than even the police. When a law enforcement officer discharges their firearm off the range, they are given a benefit of the doubt that armed citizens will never enjoy. Therefore, we must be way more knowledgeable and careful of the laws so we can avoid defending ourselves in a unapproved manner. In its most base meaning, a law is a government-declared edict that citizens must follow or be penalized. That applies to every law, from right on red without stopping, all the way up to the taking of a human life. From this point, we have two categories of laws, namely malum in se, which denotes morally wrong acts, because malum in se is Latin for evil in itself. The forced ending of a human life is a morally wrong act across all nations and religions. The other kind is malum prohibitum, which I know sounds like a spell in Harry Potter, yet it means because we, the government, says so. Operating a vehicle without a license includes the license is not in your immediate possession. If your license is at home and not in your pocket, you have broken a malum prohibitum law. Now, let's make it more confusing. Ready? There are two ways the laws can be written. The first way of writing the laws is Hammurabian, if that's a word. The Code of Hammurabi is the most ancient and famous set of written laws in our history, right up there with the Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments do this as well. They declare the bad act clearly with zero ambiguity. The second way of writing laws is the Roman law. Under Roman law, everything is illegal unless the law specifically grants it. To anyone who studies current American law, you'll see malum in se and malum prohibitum laws written in Hammurabian and Roman style all across our law books, which makes things very confusing and very easy to break a law, which seems to be the intent of our current government. The good news is we're not going down that particular rabbit hole today. All that being said, laws are by their nature a reactionary device. All of these laws have an associated penalty to be inflicted upon you if the government proves you did or did not perform the associated action. To earn that punishment, you must first break the law, then be caught by law enforcement, investigated, then adjudicated in a court of law to determine if you are guilty of the crime or not. You receive the punishment long after the crime itself has been committed, and again, only if you get caught in the first place. Case in point, a few days before I recorded this video, on May 18th, 2026, two evil miscreants decided to shoot up a mosque in San Diego and ended the lives of 3 innocents before each of them performed self-deletions. Had they been captured alive, they would have faced a list of federal, state, and local charges longer than your proverbial arm. By ending their own lives, they escaped man's punishment. Because they went into the situation with the intent of not making it out, they did not fear the retribution of man for the laws they broke. I can put forth the logical and reasonable assertion that they ended their lives because they deeply feared the punishment our legal system would have handed down upon them. The failing point is the threat of this punishment by the legal system did not deter them from committing their heinous act. They merely ensured they willingly sacrificed their own lives to commit the act. The good news is they saved the taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars that would have been spent on the trial and imprisonment of these animals. The bad news is they only escaped the justice of man. I am sure they faced the highest judge in the universe after pulling the trigger on themselves. I have zero doubt his justice was swift, infinite, and unappealable. The bad news for citizens, not just armed citizens, is there are so many laws at the local, state, and federal level that each of us on a daily basis commit multiple malum prohibitum crimes a day. We are not arrested and prosecuted for these violations for 2 basic reasons. First, if everybody was in prison, there would be no taxes to fund the government. Second, many of these are what's called gotcha laws, meaning you have to get the attention of the Eye of Sauron, then be investigated to the molecular level to find those gotcha felonies. I suggest you read the book, 3 Felonies a Day by Harvey Silvergate. I'll put an Amazon link to that book in the notes. In conclusion, a law is an edict laid down by government on what is acceptable behavior in society. Laws should advance the common good, like don't steal, don't hurt other people, don't end other people, and so on. Many laws are for gotcha punishment if you gain the ire of the government. The really bad news is many people in government think they can run our lives better than we can. So they abuse their authority and make laws that don't advance the common good, rather their power and morality. As Cicero said, the more laws, the less justice. We should also follow the words of Ulysses S. Grant, I know of no method to secure the repeal of bad or obnoxious laws so effective as their stringent execution. Stay safe, stay bullet-free, tell your family you love them every chance you get. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful day. If you made it this far, thank you. If you liked this content, please hit the like button to show your support. Help me get the word out by subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to turn notifications on so you know when I post new content. If you think this content would help your friends, the share button helps you get it out to your social media. Comments mean a lot to me, good or bad. Please leave one. All right, go forth and have a most excellent day.